Hello, hello, hello. This is Attorney Mark Urban coming to you from Chicago. As usual, I have a fun one. I got it from Law Nerds Unite. Thank you, Zach. Let's do it.
04470. This is people of the City of Royal Oak versus Christopher Charles Cameron. Is that you, sir?
Yes, it is.
Mr. Cameron, you were present earlier today when the court explained the informal hearing process to a full group. Is that true?
I was not during that process, Your
Very
Honor.
well. Mr. Cameron, today's the date and time set for your informal hearing. An informal hearing is just that. This is
It's coming to my attention that also Zach got it from Deluxe Crusader. Thank you very much.
civil in nature. It is not criminal. Nobody goes to jail today on this ticket, but it's considered serious enough that Officer Link did issue the citation on the date in question, which was July 9th this year at 20 minutes of 6. You were operating a 2024 BMW X5 white in color on Washington Avenue at or near Mount Vernon. And at that place and time, you disobeyed a stop sign. The citation contains within the remarks section Officer Link's observation, according to the officer, that ran stop sign southbound on Washington, and apparently at least plus or minus the time of the citation, there had been a video capture. So the citation is simply disobey stop sign. You may, at your option, sir, admit responsibility. The court will attach the scheduled fine that will close the case. You may admit responsibility with an explanation that you believe mitigates your circumstances, or you may deny responsibility. That is your right and your privilege. If you deny responsibility, the court will swear both parties under oath. The officer will testify first. Then it will be your turn to testify and tell the court what you want the court to know about the episode. Then the court must make a finding of responsible or not responsible based upon the civil burden of proof, which is a mere preponderance of the evidence. So this is not guilt beyond a reasonable doubt territory, but simply 50-50 plus 1. So as to disobey stop sign, do you admit with an explanation, or deny responsibility?
Admit with an explanation.
Very well. So you're confirming to the court that on that date in question, you were
Here we
operating a
go.
motor vehicle in the city of Royal Oak and did disobey a stop sign, correct?
Let's hear it.
That's correct.
Thank you. The court accepts the plea. What would you like the court to know?
May I share some video evidence?
Sure.
Cool. Let's give this a try. So
Right.
one of the things that I was concerned about, I did mention this at the time of the citation, is the stop sign controlling the southbound direction of Washington Avenue at Mount Vernon was fully obscured by overgrown vegetation located approximately 40 to 50 feet in advance of the intersection.
Okay.
The vegetation, as I'll show in this video evidence through exhibits A through C, prevents the stop sign from being visible to drivers who approach the intersection up to about 40 feet, Your Honor. So I'll show that in a moment. I've taken measurements. According to the Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices in Michigan, stop signs must be visible clearly from 100 feet under normal conditions. It's also Michigan Vehicle Code 257.608 requires that all traffic control devices be legible and properly positioned to be enforceable. So this is my first exhibit, exhibit
Okay, so far he's doing much better than average.
A. We can see here at 100 feet, there's no visible stop sign. This vegetation right here is the problematic component to, the visibility of the sign itself. If I go to the next, this is at about 45 feet, maybe a little less. Still no stop sign visible. We can see just the shade of a post at the bottom of the vision that's right at the intersection. I took a measuring tape. This is a 50-foot measuring tape from the stop sign to the place where I was just taking those photos. This is the measuring tape I used, a Lifkin. It's 50 feet in total. It's entirely strung out. I did notice when I went back, because I did call the city to trim it, it was trimmed. Matter of fact, what I found interesting is the homeowners actually put up sometime between the point I was ticketed and the point this was actually trimmed, an additional sign. They put a note to say, please stop. There's a stop sign ahead, because so many drivers, I believe, were not seeing it. I've never driven on that road before the day I was cited. So in conclusion, given the lack of visibility of the stop signs due to the tree obstruction, the conditions at the time of the citation didn't meet the required standards for enforceable traffic control. So I, respectfully request that this citation be dismissed in light of this evidence.
Okay. You had previously wished to admit responsibility with an explanation. The court accepted that plea, but at this juncture, the court will consider this as having been, in essence, a motion to retract that plea. So we are technically out of order, but Officer Link, we are going to convert this to a contested informal hearing. The burden of proof is yours. Please proceed.
Your Honor, at the listed date and time, different units throughout the day were assigned for traffic control in the area due to residents complaining that people were not stopping for the stop sign that is not only southbound but also northbound. That was used as the detour for the traffic at 13 in Main when you could not travel northbound on Main. During that time, sitting on the north side of Mount Vernon, it is a divided road. And I was observing the stop signs northbound and southbound. And at that time, witnessed Mr. Cameron's vehicle proceed through the intersection without stopping for the stop sign, Your Honor.
Okay. And the court is particularly interested in the speed limit on Mount Vernon. If you recall that, or strike that, the speed limit on Washington, if you recall that, and in that particular area of roadway. Officer Link.
Your Honor, I believe it is still 25 through there. I would have to look because it does change from the north and on the northern end of Washington is a paved road. That portion right there is a dirt road. I would have to look that up, Your Honor.
Okay. So that is at the road surface is dirt and or chip sealed at that portion, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you don't have any reason to believe this was cut through traffic in particular, but you are made to understand that there was a TIA because there had been cut through traffic. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want the court to know, Officer Link?
No, Your Honor. I think Mr. Cameron explained it very well.
All right. Thank you. Historically, Mr. Cameron, we did this in reverse. You don't really have the right to rebuttal, but is there anything else you want the court to know?
No, I think as Officer Link said, I do not disagree. I did go through the stop sign. I've submitted my explanation for that through the pictorial evidence through exhibits A through C, including the additional exhibit that it looks like there were some folks who decided to take some stop sign traffic enforcement to their own hands at the property. And I don't know the speed limit on the road offhand, but if it is 25 miles an hour, if I do my math right, at 30 to 40 feet, that's about 1 second reaction time to a stop sign if you see it.
Thank you. Any motions before the court makes its ruling?
Your Honor, I'd like to make a motion to dismiss.
Okay, motion to dismiss. You don't have a problem with that, do you, Mr. Cameron?
I do not. I appreciate the consideration and the time of the court and Officer Link today for coming in. And again, Officer Link, thank you for your service.
Well, the court is grateful for your professionalism. Might you be an engineer?
I'm a data scientist.
Okay, then. That explains everything.
Yeah.
You have a great day, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Well, there you have it. I did not expect that. I hadn't seen this. This does not belong on either of my channels. But it was pretty cool. He made a good presentation. It made sense. The officer was cool about it. I think the right thing happened. I mean, the stop sign was obscured. He says he's never driven on that road before. He didn't see it. The end.